Oh, for goodness sake. Alright. Jeez. Hey kid, it's Dad. Today's question is, what's he like? We are talking about the people that you know. Your mom and I ask you a lot of questions about a lot of stuff, and we ask you questions about your friends. Well, why do you think we do that? Gao nung dem tang cup. Cup kuna cup. So today, I'm going to talk about 5 things that we are listening for when we ask this question, what's he like? Here are 5 guys that you do not want in your life. People who have these qualities often wear them on their sleeve. There's something about Thailand that seems to bring out some of the bad habits that people have. For expats, some of these things are going to be really easy to spot. So let's get to the list. Number 1 is the tough guy. The tough guy solves all of his problems with violence or intimidation. Now this is different from someone who is Kon Jairon. In Thai, Jairon is someone who's a bit of a hothead. It's not necessarily a bad thing, it's just the way some people are, and you might be that way. No, what I'm talking about with the tough guy sees one solution to any argument, any confrontation, and that solution is physical. This is a solution used by people who do not have some of the skills that we talked about in our last couple of videos. That person is going to drag you down, and you do not want that person in your life. Guy number 2. Guy number 2 is the know-it-all. Let me tell you why you don't want the know-it-all in your life. Let's start with who he is. The know-it-all has an answer for everything. The know-it-all doesn't have the right answer for everything, but he thinks he's right. This guy that you want to avoid is fairly populous in the expat community. Someone who thinks that they have Thailand figured out. Kid, I don't think Thais have Thailand figured out. And you do not want the know-it-all in your life. They are going to bring you down, and they are going to stifle the acquisition of knowledge. The know-it-all is not interested in learning new things because they think they've already got it figured out. None of us got it all figured out, kid. We build our lives around trying to figure it out. And it's a lifelong endeavor. Number 3, the guy that you want to avoid is the womanizer. Kon Jiao Chu, as we say in Thai. The womanizer depersonalizes people. They are not individuals with their own rich life of experience going on in their head. And someone who does that to the women around them, it is not much of a stretch for that person to do that to people that they consider friends. Guy number 4 to avoid is Mr. Snide. Have you met someone that always has a snide comment about everything that you say or that you like, or what other people say and what other people like? The things that make you happy are things that Mr. Snide will find a way to make you feel bad about. Mr. Snide is exhausting. Mr. Snide is another guy that feeds off of your energy. Yeah? So he waits for you to say something, and then takes that as his opportunity to talk about how that thing is crap. If it's the type of music that you like, oh, this type of music is way better. If it's the type of food that you like, oh, that type of food is garbage. You should eat something like this. It's another thing about these guys. They are always very ready with their opinions. Mr. Snide in the expat community, what does he look like? He is going to tell you all the places that he's been where you can experience something way better than the thing that you are perfectly happy liking already. You like going to the temple by your house. Well, you should be going to this temple. This is the temple that it's really at. That is something that you do not want or need in your life. Let's wrap it up. Let's get to number 5. Guy number 5 that you do not want in your life is the competitor. The competitor is always going to try to talk about how they can do something better than you. You know what, kid? We're not going to be great at everything. There's always going to be someone out there who can do it better. And you know what? The people who can do it better, they usually don't talk about it. The competitor is going to tell you. And you know what? The competitor probably can't actually do it better than you. But even if they did, that's okay. Good for them. This is someone else who's looking to feed off your energy. Don't give it to them. Now, the competitor in the expat community, it's usually all about Thailand. The competitor is always looking to one-up you. The competitor's favorite question, how long have you been here? The competitor is always looking to match that up as if being here in Thailand is some kind of competition and bestows some kind of magic, like you're leveling up in a video game. Well, you know what? You don't get any experience points once you've been here for 2 years rather than 3, or 5 rather than 10. The competitor is more interested in those numbers than knowing really about you, who you are, let alone what they could do to make your life here easier. No, the competitor is going to look for ways to make your life harder. Now, you're going to notice that there's some overlap with these guys. People don't have just one facet to their personality, especially bad personalities that you don't want around you. They like to mix and match. In our next video, I'm going to talk about 5 women to avoid in Thailand. I'm hoping that this list got you to maybe look at the people that are around you right now at this point in your life and to ask yourself, are they like that? Is that someone that is helping me? Can I help them to be a better person? It's not always about you. You know, your mom and I, as your parents, for us, it kind of is all about you. But for you, as your own human, maybe you're interested in helping people that are around you. And that takes a certain amount of bravery, kid, to be able to do that. Because you risk that person turning on you. But you know what? That is the risk of having that person in your life in the first place. And that's one of the reasons that we want to avoid them. Maybe these are things that you have seen in your own personality and thought, ooh, boy, I kind of do that sometimes. You know what? I've done almost all of these things sometimes before too. And I check myself, try to learn from it, and recognize that as I should do better. Because there are always ways for us to do better, kid. And we should always be trying to get better and to be better. That's it for today. Until the next video, kid, and we'll talk about more ways that we can make ourselves better people. I'll see you later.